Hey guys, this is Joey Fats. Joey Fats coming to you live on the Liberty League podcast. And we got a great show tonight. It's my first live guest, not the tail that you see wagging down there. She's always here. So, really, she's always been half of a guest. But we got our first real, live, full guest. And that is none other than my wife, Mrs. Fats. Mrs. Fats, how are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good.
You ready to talk some baseball and balls and
Sure, let's do it.
sticks?
Yep.
All right. Here we go, folks. So, a little bit about my guest. Mrs. Fats and I have been married for 2 years. 2 years and change now. And we're here in central Illinois. Had a tough time to the start of this year. Not a lot of baseball going on. Not a lot of sports going on in general. Very sad, but baseball, really the one to bring us back from the brink. And we've been just watching it nonstop here at home, having a lot of fun with it. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you like about baseball? What makes it so good?
Well, it's a pretty fun game to watch. I like that you can do other things while you're watching baseball as well. It's not something I feel like you have to be focused on 100% of the time, especially when you're at a game.
Right, you go to the park, you got your seat there, but you've got so many other things to do while you're there in the ballpark. Great food, great drink, a lot of different experiences, museum like statues, different things to look at. So I think in general that's what brings most fans who really aren't generally baseball fans out to games for 81 home games a year. I think it's just the experience at the park that makes a difference for a lot of those casual fans, doesn't it?
I agree.
So talking a lot about baseball, and this year has really been the first year you've become a fan of a team, and that's because of me, obviously. Huge Chicago White Sox fan, as you can tell. And we both really love the White Sox this year. Who's your favorite White Sox player?
I think that would be Yoan Moncada.
Yoan Moncada. As you know, absolutely amazing third baseman for the Chicago White Sox. Was once the number one prospect in all of baseball. Traded from the Boston Red Sox along with Michael Kopech over here to the White Sox. And he's just been a lot of fun to watch this year, hasn't he?
He has been, yeah.
He can play, makes great plays with his glove, fast on the bases, swings the bat very well. And I believe he was involved in your favorite moment from this year as well.
Yeah, so my favorite moment was when the White Sox were playing the Cardinals and they had their 4 in a row of home runs against the Cardinals.
Right.
Which is especially good since we are very much in Cardinal country here in central Illinois.
That's right, yeah. Plenty of Cardinals fans down here, plenty of Cubs fans as well. Not a lot of White Sox fans.
No.
I mean, even here in town we struggled to find more than us, really, that are as into the game as we are. But in that game, as you remember, Yoan hit the first home run. It was a 3-run homer, and then the next 3 guys behind him homered as well. And we saw that live, and it was absolutely amazing.
Very exciting.
A lot of fun. So we're watching the World Series right now. We are recording this as Game 4 is taking place. Dodgers up on the Rays, 2-1 so far. As you know, you need 4 games won to win the World Series. And this is actually, I don't know if you knew this, the first time the World Series is being played at a neutral site in over 100 years.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Usually it's like it is, kind of. It's flipped between the home teams, like some games would be in Tampa and some games would be in Los Angeles, just depending on which team was better during the regular season. But these have all been at the new Globe Life Park in Texas. And if you're a player, what kind of challenges does that present? I mean, it's the World Series, something you've wanted since you were a kid. But your fans aren't there to see it. What's that got to be like?
I think it would be really difficult because I'm sure that they really get a lot of energy from the crowd's enthusiasm, and you're not really getting that nearly as much as what the smaller crowd is this year.
And this is really the only park, I think, that has had fans at it this year. They did not have them in Los Angeles, as you guys remember, during the ALCS, and this, I can't think of another place. I might be wrong, but it's got to be good to have fans in front of them. For the Rays, this is their first time playing in front of fans all year. Through the 60 games, through the early playoffs, they did not play in front of fans at all. And this is their first time in front of the crowd. And speaking of which, there's actually a player with a local connection to us that is starting in the World Series. You remember who that is?
I don't remember his name.
Is Kevin Kiermaier. So, Kevin Kiermaier grew up in Indiana. He came to Champaign to go to Parkland College, which is a junior college. Parkland College is one of the best junior college baseball programs in the nation, which, shit, I didn't know that. But he came from here, so that's pretty cool. He's been fun to watch as well, and I know he's made his entry onto the list of hottest players, so that's pretty good. But it's nice to have a local connection. And you told me about something else today.
I sure did. That one of the umpires in the World Series is from Champaign as well, and also went to Parkland.
Did we ever get the name of that guy?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's one of the 6 out there. Whatever, we'll get it to you later. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun watching the World Series so far. Best out of all 3 finals championships that there have been in sports this year. This has been really exciting. That guy was named Mark Carlson, and we can just go ahead and delete that part where I didn't know it, right?
No.
So I've been playing, running Liberty League for a little over 2 years now. We're into our third, about 4 or 5, I would say over halfway in to our third year at Liberty League, and let me tell you guys, it's just been great. Having 30 guys that love being around every day, playing the game, talking smack, and everything. It's just awesome. And no, you've been with me the entire time that I've played this baseball game. What have you heard about it?
I think that it's a really good source of like creativity and like camaraderie for you. I think it's great that a group of guys, or is it all guys?
Yeah, it's all guys.
A group of guys, all getting together for like one common interest. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, and that's really what I've loved about it as well. We had growing pains early on, but we have been so consistent with the people we've had, and you guys have just been fun to play with, not hard to be around and talk to, and it's just been really awesome in that regard. So, if I were to ask you for a champion of 2030 Liberty League this year, who are you going with?
The Pittsburgh Pirates.
And why is that?
They seem like they've kind of developed a eclectic group of men in their rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Like Giordano Ventura, Fide de los Santos, and Wu Xinju.
Wu Xinju, which most of you remember was an Australian-Chinese pitcher that came from the international complex. And for you boys out there, we cannot forget Yori Donato. Unbelievable. And that's what I concur with this Pittsburgh Pirates squad. No major injuries coming into the year, which is important. Great hitting squad. And they made it pretty far this year. They have the talent to pull it off, in both of our opinions. I mean, really.
Really.
All right, guys, thank you for staying with us. And we are to the last point of our podcast here. And it is the title, how the genesis of this episode tonight came about. My wife wants to fuck the pitcher. Now, that's not exactly true. We were watching Game 1. We were watching Tyler Glasnow.
Yes.
Tyler Glasnow. And he's pounding it in there at 101, 102, 118. And my wife says, wow, that's a really good-looking guy. And I had that little knee jerk, but I eventually realized my wife wants to fuck the pitcher. So this week, while we were getting ready for the podcast, we looked through some guys in baseball. We tried to find the hottest, most attractive guys. Guys that would look good anywhere, not just in a baseball uniform.
But they do look good in a baseball uniform.
That is true. And so I think Mrs. Fats is going to talk about that a little bit here. Have you looked through Major League Baseball and found some drip?
I have, yes.
Why don't you talk to us about that?
Okay. Well, like you said, what started off this whole conversation was Tyler Glasnow, because he is a cutie.
He sure is.
And I feel like I was one of the first to think this, but didn't put it out on Twitter, that he looks just like Cillian Murphy with long hair. And then I go on Twitter and I see that people agree with that statement.
Yeah.
He does.
And after
He looks
looking
like
at those
Cillian.
pictures, I do agree with you.
Yes.
Cillian Murphy, as most of you know, was the protagonist in, what was it, Twilight Breaking Dawn, right?
No, he was never in Twilight.
What was he in?
Oh, well, he is in a ton of movies. He was in one of, I think, the first or second Batman.
Right.
But major thing that I like him in is in Peaky Blinders. That's
Peaky
excellent.
Blinders, yes, on Netflix. Have seen it. Amazing show. It's really pretty good. Not only did Twitter compare Glasnow to Cillian Murphy, also to 11 of the
Oh yeah.
what's it
Stranger
called?
Things.
Stranger Things. I was thinking Breaking News. That's a channel. I encourage you all to subscribe to it in Slack. But that was just the tip of the iceberg, as you know. So, who else stacks up to your impossible standards?
Next, I think would be James McCann on the White Sox.
Playing for the White Sox for the next few days here. But yes, what a guy.
Yeah, I'm sure I have seen him in some games, but unfortunately was not paying enough attention.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Next on my list would be Fernando Tatis Jr.
Also a former White Sox, as you remember, traded for James Shields way back when, and now look where he is now. He is on the list of top Major League Baseball players. He's on the top of the list of people my wife would like to. Anyway, guy you have followed for a long time, Aaron Judge.
Yes, Aaron Judge. Gosh, he's cute.
Now, what is it that puts these guys together? Because I know Tyler Glasnow is tall,
Yes.
6'8". Aaron Judge is 6'7", but Tatis and McCann, not up to that height. So there's got to be something else going on in there that just makes them stand out.
What's going on there is when I Googled them, they looked very cute.
That's
That's-
how information is passed
Right.
in 2020, folks, through Google Pictures.
Right.
So we're moving on. Anybody else?
Max Scherzer.
I'm amazed she pronounced it right. We worked on that for like 10 minutes before
Sure
this. Max Scherzer. Why him?
He seems very down to earth, also extremely cute. I also like the 2 different color eye thing he's got going on.
Yeah.
I like that.
Priapism. Yeah.
Right.
If your eyes are different colors for 4 hours, go to the doctor.
And, in keeping with the theme, he's also a pitcher.
That's true. Yeah.
Is he tall?
He's pretty tall. Sure, guys will tell us how tall he is. 6 something. Anyway. Any more?
Noah Syndergaard.
Ooh, you know his nickname is Thor,
I do know that.
the mighty hammer.
Right.
What do you think hammer they're talking about there?
I don't know.
I think he's talking about his. And so that's all we have on the Joey Fats and Friends podcast tonight. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching, each and every one of you for being in this league. Without each of you, we could not become the whole that we are. And I'm very excited to start this 13th season with you. I know Alan Tidwell is going to blaze you all. WAP is going to hit 500. Okay? Not 400, 500. And that's it. And I want to thank you for coming on the podcast as well. You did not have to do this. I kind of pushed you into it, but it made it a lot more fun. So thank you.
Well, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.